Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Teen Questions. This one wasn't on Sunday, it wasn't like once every 7 days. This one was strangely and for some reason a couple of days after than normal, so I'm sure you'll forgive me and we can move on from it. Here is evidence of the tea. I'm drinking it from the cup that I got while in Iceland. I learned while in Iceland that the Icelandic people see horses as like a beautiful thing, and there are like really strong horses that only strong horses could survive in that kind of cold and environment. And their horses have these like ridiculous long luscious manes, and they're not like worshipped like gods or anything, or like, you know, respected like cows in India, I believe that is. It's more like you know, they're just respected and like highly valuable, and they're like a mascot of Iceland, I guess, are these horses. And it has this amazing mane of a horse just on the side of the cup. I don't know why I told you that, but I did. So I'm going to take one more sip and then we'll begin. Okay, first question comes from a name I cannot pronounce because it's a Russian name, or Russian letters anyway. So I'm sorry, but it begins with M-A-P, which is map, so you're called Map now. Hey Olo, what exercises do you do to keep in shape? This pops up every now and then. I don't think it's the most important or interesting question, but I guess when I thought about it, you know, it's important to stay in shape, it's important to stay healthy, and it's important to exercise. And I do get this question every now and then, and I have actually never answered it before, so for once I'm going to. So I go to the gym. I try to go 3 times a week. Now, sometimes I can only go once a week, sometimes I can go 3 times a week, sometimes I can only go twice. Worst case, I don't go at all, but that doesn't happen because I make myself go. If I'm short on time, I find time to go. It's important that I at least do something once a week to stay in shape and to be healthy and exercise. It's really crucial. What I do with YouTube is I spend a lot of time in front of the computer editing and making videos and all that, and ultimately I don't have to walk anywhere, I don't have to go do anything. If you know, you're working in a shop, you're like doing retail, you stood on your feet all day, you're walking around, you're doing physical lifting and that kind of thing, so you're at least getting some exercise. But when I'm sat here just at the computer doing the computer work that I do, I'm not getting any exercise. So all exercise I get is something that I have to make a physical effort to make and do, rather than like a side thing from walking around or standing on my feet all day. And that's a problem, obviously, if I don't like keep on that and keep that under control. So I'm, you know, membership of a gym. I go at least once a week, hopefully 3 times a week in the best case scenario, and I try and just do basic stuff like that. Now, what I'd normally do at the gym is like basic work on, you know, your abdominals, your core. I'd make sure to do some heavy weights and lifting. I'd run on the treadmill or go on the bike to do some cardio, and then just sort of pick and choose what machines I want to use that week depending on what I want to like build and what I want to just make sure is okay. And just doing that alone is enough to make myself keep in shape, lose weight that I may put on, and just, you know, stay healthy. But I don't want to do that, just that. For me as a person, I want to be stronger than I am now. I want to be able to run faster and further than I can now, and I want to be less skinny, and I want to be more lean and, you know, stringy muscle. You know, I would like to be stronger physically and have the appearance of being stronger than I am now. I don't like the way I'm a little bit too thin. Due to me being very tall and me being thin, it makes me look thinner than I am, I guess. It's an awkward situation. So I'm trying to do that. So at the gym, I'm kind of like trying to pack on muscle and do heavy lifting now, and I go for runs to keep up with the cardio between gyms. So if I was to go to the gym 3 times a week and work like my arms and my chest and that kind of thing, I'm still working my legs because I'm still running, I'm still cycling and that kind of thing every few days in between the gyms. So, you know, that keeps me very healthy as well. And then also in between days, I'm doing like home exercises, like I've got a pull-up bar, I do press-ups, squats, mountain climbers, sit-ups, just general stuff to sort of keep myself, how do you say it? When you don't do any exercise for like 2 weeks, your muscles relax. It keeps the muscles packed and sort of ready to go if I keep exercising every day, at least in some form. If you do 10 push-ups a day, every day, it isn't that much, is it? It's like, even for someone who's not the strongest person, and it may take, you know, a bit of effort to do those 10 push-ups if you struggle with push-ups, you've done 10 push-ups that day, as opposed to no push-ups that day, no push-ups that week. You do 10 push-ups every day for a week, you've done 70 push-ups that week, compared to 0. It makes a big difference. So just doing some exercise every day, no matter how little or small it is, makes a huge difference. And I really spent a long time on that question, but I thought it was important to talk about it and talk about what I do. And there you go. I hope you learned something from that, and I hope that helps you. Obviously, I'm still pretty thin, so I'm not the best person for muscle advice and the like. I'm working on it. I'm becoming Batman, but I'm not there yet. Alright, next question comes from Glitter Addict. Great name. I have the worst period pains. Any advice, experience, stories? I picked this question because it was pretty weird. As a guy, I don't have period pains. I have no advice. I have no experience, and I have no stories. I'm not sure why you asked me that, Glitter Addict. Maybe it was a troll, but it made it in. Good job. 91 Pancakes, great name. Your favourite side character? So I picked Roran from The Inheritance Cycle. I'm currently rereading the end of that book right now. Really enjoying it again. Love the series, The Inheritance Cycle. And Roran is basically the cousin to the main character. He is himself a very interesting character. He was just a normal character who was just a farmer, just like the main character, who didn't have a destiny. The main character has the destiny to be binded to a dragon and then become a dragon rider, and is this amazing person sprung into life, given strength by the dragon and training and all that, like rite of passage, that kind of thing. Whereas Roran, his cousin, is forced into this situation because his cousin is a dragon rider. It puts him in a dangerous situation, and he loses a lot of people he loves in reaction to that, and he becomes someone stronger without any magic, without anything. He takes a hammer, just a normal hammer that he uses as a tool every day, and just fights back at these people attacking his family, and fights back and becomes known as Stronghammer from the people that he's killed. He keeps the names of and the number of people that he's killed as he knows, and eventually he loses counts. He loses count, leads his people, his town to safety, saves them, and ends up becoming a general and a captain and leading in this rebellion army. I won't explain too much to break plot, but he becomes this amazing character, and he does it all with his own hands. No magic, just his own strength as a normal person. And it reminds me a little bit of Batman, you know? He's a normal person, technically, no superpowers. Fighting for what he thinks is right, and I think that's really cool. So Roran, easily my favourite side character off the top of my head. Here's a really great moment from Roran. He has to take down this city, and he has currently, at the time this happens, his army is elsewhere to attack the city. It's him and about 30 other people in their huge army camp, just sat there as the city that he's sieging, their entire army comes to meet him and his 30 men, and he's the leader of this, and he has to take down the city. And in this moment, he's like, if I don't convince these people that the army's ready to go and that we will crush them and we are more than we are, they will kill me, they will kill everyone in this camp, and then they will crush the offence, and then we will lose this war. So what Roran does is he asks his men to put down a stump, a makeshift table, and get him some beer, as much beer as he can get. And he sits down, and the leader of the opposing army, 10,000 men walking over to Roran, and 10 other guys, and there's no one else there who were there to come and kill him. He has to trick them into not killing him, basically. And he does. He just sits there, calm as can be, with this beer, and just is drinking it, and asks him to sit down, and literally intimidates an army of 10,000 men, just himself, just sat there drinking. I can't give away too much, and I can't say the whole dialogue, and I can't blow you away the same way the book would. But Roran, man. Roran. Holy shit, he's amazing. Yeah, easily my favourite side character off the top of my head. Comes to mind because obviously I'm reading the books right now, and it reminds me of him. Maybe there'd be someone else if I could remember them, but for right now, Roran's the one that's sticking in my head. Alright, Borderlands 2 lover, why don't you have free nipples? I don't know. Charlie King asks, when will you do more Dark Souls 2 content? Pick this because loads of people are asking about it. So I did the whole Dark Souls 2 series and loved the game, and it took quite a lot out of me, to be honest with you guys. You know, that series took a lot of effort. It was one video every day that was half an hour long on average, or longer, up to 40-50 minutes, highly edited, and I'd upload that every single day. I put my life and soul into that series, and it took a lot out of me. Unfortunately, you guys really loved it, and I got a great response from it, and you guys are all rabid about Dark Souls, and, you know, I showed you the beauty of that game, and, you know, maybe it was a game you wouldn't have looked at or played without me showing you it, and you know, it made me proud to have done that. And I said that I want to do a bunch of these videos, and I want to do all this other stuff, and I've got it planned to do, but it's been like a month since I finished and I've not done it yet. And the reason for that is I'm taking a little bit of a break from the game. I have 60 hours on the console version of the game, and I have 32 hours on the PC version. So it's about 100 hours over the space of a month. And it was kind of quite a lot. And so I'm just taking a break from the game. I'm coming back to it very soon, I promise. I have lots of plans for it. And I'll do the Lore series, and I'll go at it with full force. It's just I don't want to force myself to make videos on it. I love the game, I love the world, but right now I'm a little bit burnt out, and I just want to just chill out, do other things, and come back to it when it's the right time and when I feel up to it, rather than just go, alright, I've got to make a Dark Souls 2 Lore video, for example, and then I spend as little time on it as I can because I'm just tired, or I just don't want to do it, or something like that, and then I end up making a worse video than what I could have done. I don't want to do that, you know? I want to bring you something good, and I won't cut myself short because I feel like I should, you know? So that's what I'm trying to avoid doing. So I hope you understand that, guys, and that's why the Dark Souls 2 is on the back burner right now. It'll come, and I'll stream it and all that and stuff, and I'll be going mental at it again before long, I promise you. But for now, just taking a little bit of a break because I have played the shit out of the game over the space of the month that I could. Love it, really happy with the game, but I will go back to it when I'm ready. Alright, next question is from Spider. What games are you looking forward to after playing E3? There's a bunch of games, you know, Star Wars Battlefront, kind of impressed by the Battlefield game, the Hardline thing, interesting stuff. You know, that game where you can go into space and land on planets and all that, that's took me by surprise, didn't know anything about that game. But mostly Witcher 3, easily the most excited. You know, Arkham Knight looks awesome, but I already knew it was going to be awesome, and I already am excited for it, so E3 was just like a reminder, oh yeah, Arkham Knight, excited about that. Gonna be playing that a lot, obviously, but the thing that reminded me most, that I'd completely forgot about, was Witcher 3. That game is going to be fucking amazing. Witcher 1's a good game, Witcher 2, phenomenal game, Witcher 3, very excited about. Honestly, I feel like I'm as excited about Witcher 3 as I was for Dark Souls 2. You know, that kind of like desperation to play it and really looking forward to it. But the thing is, I've not actually finished Witcher 2. I was so distracted with other things when I was playing it, I never got to finish it. So what I'm planning on doing when I finish the Wolfenstein series is actually doing a full playthrough on stream that you can come join and watch, and you can experience the game with me for the first time, and you can immerse yourself into this world of Witcher 3, Witcher, sorry, and we'll play Witcher 2, we'll finish the game, we'll play through it, and then you'll go, oh, that's what Witcher's about, and you won't have to buy it if you don't want to. You can watch me and join the chat and experience it with me, and then you can know whether you're interested in Witcher 3 or not. But trust me, if you watch the game for an hour and you're into RPGs, it's like the best RPG ever. It's fucking amazing. I'm so excited to even just play the Witcher 2 again, and I'm excited to do the stream. And I'm so excited for Witcher 3. Like, the trailers and the way the game worked. Like, when you're hunting a monster, there was a trailer where he was hunting a bird, like a giant bird, like I think it was a griffin, and he hit it with a bow or something, and that meant that it was bleeding, and he followed its blood, like its trail of blood. There was blood on trees and on the leaves and on the ground, and he followed the trail of blood to where it will have landed and then finished the job. And I thought the fact that you're having to literally navigate and actually do like hunting yourself and looking for the blood signs and that kind of thing felt really realistic and really fucking cool, along to go with all of the other amazing stuff in the game and the gameplay itself, let alone the fucking awesome story and the lore. dude, I'm excited for that game. I'm very excited for Witcher 3. All right, final question comes from Toasted Twinkie. Great name. Who was the most excited when you got your first comment or subscriber? For me, I just made videos and enjoyed them. You know, I basically, if you don't know the story, I started doing videos first out of most of the people here in my group. Although Evans was about the same time, I guess, but we didn't know him at that time. Yeah, I started doing YouTube videos on my YouTube account just for my friends. They were like edited videos of stuff and games we were playing, just as a sort of casual thing. And I had a lot of fun doing it, and it was a hobby to me, just a thing that I did like once every month or something at random when I felt like it. And Josh saw this, and I got like 30, 40 subscribers from my videos, and I was like kind of happy with it. Really happy with it. And I had this like tiny community where I would get like 3 or 4 comments on each video, and each of those comments meant the world to me, and every like and every interaction, it was amazing, and I was blown away by it that people would enjoy the stuff that I do, as random as it was and sporadic. And then Rage saw me doing this and was like, can you help me make videos? I would really like to do that. I don't know how to. And I ended up helping him make videos, and pretty much completely put my videos on a back burner and just helped with his videos. I was in his videos. I helped advise him. I helped teach him how to edit. I teach him how to properly upload. We got Vegas, and then, you know, we taught each other that. And it was just fun. And I ended up spending most of my time working on his stuff, and then eventually at one point I did end up making my own channel, this channel, Generationhollow, and actually focusing on YouTube myself with my own channel, and here we are. So yeah, I was really excited about it. I can't say who was most excited about it. Fluke kind of had like a bunch of subs and that kind of stuff thrown at him, because me and Rage were already sort of set up when he started making videos, when we convinced him to, and that kind of thing. I don't know about Gubiak. He was just also had like subscribers thrown at him from us. I don't know about Evans because we didn't know him at the time when he first started doing that, but I remember how excited Rage was about each comment and each subscriber and each sort of new goal that he reached. I remember him having 100 subs and being really happy about it, and trolling me that he got 100 subs faster than me, even though I'd been doing it for about 4 or 5 months before him. Although the case in point was the fact that I made like 5 videos in the space of 6 months, and he'd made like, I don't know, 50. So there's a big difference there. But I guess Rage, between the two of us, I guess Rage, he was happy with that. So I hope that answers your questions, guys. That was Teen Questions. If you've got a question, please leave it as a comment in this video. That's where I go check. Try and original thought-provoking questions, guys. Don't give me what ifs or would you rathers. I just will not pick them. And yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next week for another Teen Questions, that is. I'll probably see you tomorrow for whatever video I'm doing.